Marcos Rojo to Tahith Chong, 6 Manchester United players who could move before transfer window closes. Times are bleak for Manchester United fans at present. Jose Mourinho is constantly sulking. Pre-season has yielded a penalty shootout victory plus a narrow win over ring-rusty Real Madrid. On top of that, their returning World Cup stars are taking longer than usual to report back for work. The Portuguese has made it clear that he was hoping for 2 more marquee signings this summer, but it now appears that it will only be one, presumably another central defender. But as one comes in, some will have to depart as Mourinho trims his squad to fit the 25-man regulations. Here, we look at those who could be making a quick exit from Old Trafford. It's been talked about for a while, and the situation between the Frenchman and his gaffer has been blown to a new extreme after the birth of his second son. The forward flew to Paris to be with his wife, but did not return to the US after the birth, angering Mourinho. The Portuguese has publicly criticized the Frenchman before, and it is said that the former Chelsea gaffer doesn't like the direct nature of Martial's game from the left wing. A move to Chelsea could be welcoming for the former Monaco man, especially if Eden Hazard makes a surprise move to Real Madrid. With a new centre-half imminent, the Argentine has been deemed surplus to requirements at Old Trafford. Everton are believed to be at the front of the queue for his signature, but could be put off by United's £30 million price tag. Mourinho wants to have 4 solid central defensive options, and his 3 at present would be Chris Smalling, Phil Jones and Eric Bailly, with the 4th being the transfer target that is believed to be close to signing. One that is definitely departing is Italian fullback Darmian, after Juventus expressed an interest and were rumored to have had a bid accepted by United. Darmian himself has stated that he sees no future for himself at Old Trafford, particularly with the signing of teenage right-back Diogo Dalot to almost condemn Darmian to the transfer list. It appears that there will be no room for him at left-back either, with Luke Shaw being given a rare and stunning vote of confidence by his manager and Ashley Young seeming to be Mourinho's go-to left-sided defender. Another central defensive option, Williams will most likely be shipped out on loan this season. There would be a whole host of EFL clubs after him, perhaps even some in the Championship that fancy a quick, powerful and aerially gifted defender. Expect an impending loan move down the pyramid. After a relatively successful loan spell at playoff finalists Aston Villa last term, the strong centre-half will try and look to creep into a lower-tiered Premier League side to gain top-flight experience. Strong, quick and good in the air, all the Congolese needs to add to his game now is composure and more experience at the top level. A loan period at somewhere like Crystal Palace or Burnley would do him the world of good, as he would complement those clubs' current defenders well, with his pace and intelligence to cover runs in behind, while men like Ben Mee, James Tarkowski and Mamadou Sakho would be the vocal ones of the partnership, organizing the defensive line with their leadership. He impressed massively on United's tour of the US. And despite Mourinho's ignorance at the youth prospects at his disposal, he has rightfully taken notice of the Flying Dutchman. The frizzy-haired trickster needs to adapt to the physical nature of the English game in the words of his gaffer, and a loan to perhaps a League One or League Two side would do the trick. He will be a real star for the Red Devils in the future, and could well be Anthony Martial's long-term replacement in the long run.